I get it. There are people who are steps ahead of you, who are going to be able to help you on your journey, on your life journey, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's weight loss, whether it's healing relationships, whether it's going back to school, whether it's your professional life, whatever it is, there are people who are steps ahead of you that can help you. But there's a part of you that needs to show up. And it's not just about listening to the podcast. It's not just about taking notes. It's not just about filling up your journal. It's about actually filling yourself up so that you get to show up in the areas that you want to show up in. You get to show up in your relationship. You get to show up at work. You get to show up to yourself. You get to show up in your prayer time. You get to show up as a mother. You get to show up in your family life, in your relationships with your siblings, with your parents, with extended family. You don't shrink back. You're able to express yourself, express your needs, express your desires unapologetically. Be able to own who you are and own the fact that you have dreams and that you have goals and that you have aspirations. And I don't want to say not care about what other people think, but not be so moved to the point where you now dumb down and you now dim everything. And there's a simple example I can give you. You ask a woman, what do you want for your birthday? Or what do you want for Christmas? And she's like, oh, I don't want anything. It's okay. I don't want anything. Because you feel like it's too much. You feel like, oh, well, I shouldn't ask for anything because I'd be putting pressure on other people. How do you get the life that you want? How do you get what you desire if you don't ask for it? Is someone supposed to read your mind and say, well, I think that she would like X, Y, and Z. Or you might be saying to yourself, well, they should know me well enough to know what I like. No, it is your responsibility to ask for what you want. It is your responsibility to ask people, to ask in prayer, to ask of yourself. It is your responsibility, right? That's what grown women do. They speak out what they want in their lives. But so many of us, we have this feeling like I shouldn't ask. You should absolutely ask, right? And it starts with asking yourself. And I think that when we get more comfortable asking ourselves questions, we get more comfortable asking questions of others. We get more comfortable asking questions even of God, because there's a curiosity that's stirring up inside of us, right? And you have to get curious. You have to get curious about what would life look like if I start to show up differently? What would life look like if I could have everything I wanted? What would life look like? And that's actually the first step in the vision sequence. When you visualize the life that you want, and you start to get comfortable in your mind with what that looks and feels like for you, truly what it looks and feels like, not what you think you should want or not what you think you should have, right? But really getting deep and seeing there are images, there are thoughts, there are nudges that you have had for years that you have not acted on. There are things that you have seen yourself doing or seen yourself living that you have not acted on. If you have had an argument with someone in your head before you even see them, and you're like, when I see them, I'm going to say X, Y, and Z, you already know how to visualize. But it's taking that capacity, taking that ability and using it to curate a vision that's actually going to serve you and serve the people that you care about and the people that you serve at home, at work, in business. So just think about that today. What can you ask? What can you ask of yourself? What can you ask of others? What can you ask of God in your life that's going to take you from where you are to where you actually want to be. I hope this helps. Blessings on your journey. I'll talk to you soon.